Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager 4 stream. My name is Adam. I am the Community Manager of Franchise Hockey. Not with me as always is FHM producer Jeff because, well, it's the holiday time and, people are busy doing a lot of different things. We streamed back on Thursday afternoon. We're back. It's Saturday afternoon. And hey, what better time is there than to play our Seattle Kraken franchise? If you missed our earlier episode, it's now up on YouTube and will be obviously the earlier stream in this one. Quick recap. I accidentally deleted the first team we did, so we made a new one. We still were not very good to start the year. We made some trades. We brought in Nick Suzuki from Vegas and for a couple of guys and a 5th round pick. And we also went to Vancouver to upset Jeff and brought in Rasmus Dahlin to help shore up our defense. Unfortunately, we just still have not done well this year. We are sitting at 1933-2 for 40 points. We are currently last place in the Western Conference standings, last place in the Central Division where our team is by 10 points, but we are not the worst team in the league. In fact, we're far from it. You can see there is a team at Boston Bruins are at 33 points, and the New York Islanders are at 34 points. So we're not terrible. Other things of note, we're only at a minus 33 goal differential, so that's not too bad. We've scored 135 goals, so I mean, we'll go full league. So goals for. Can I not search? I thought I could search by that. Okay, take it back. But we can do a quick look here. And so 204, 208. But there is teams worse than us in the goal differential. Some teams. So we just kind of need to get down. And I mean, most notably, we're minus 33. Now, we lost Connor Hellebuck, who is our starting goaltender for a little while. He was hurt. And honestly, things have not gone that well. We ended the stream at the start of January. I simmed through January. It's now 1st of February. Things still have not gone that well. I mean, we can look here. Look at our schedule. And you can see So January, lost, win, lost, win, lost, shootout win, woo! But we can't get anything consistent going. So now we're at a point where it's become, do we sell off? Do we try and buy more? Kind of at a crossroads. We're not going to make the playoffs this year. That's pretty clear. So the question is, what do we do next? We have, on our upcoming free agents list, Malcolm Subban, who we're actually going to put on the trade block right now. I'm going to place him on the trade block. 3-star goalie, paying $1 million. We're probably not going to keep him. He's 27 years old. Connor Hellebuck is our starter. He's better ranked. Might as well put him up. See what we can get. A couple of our younger goalies, I'm not really worried about them. Daniel Gunnarsson, guy we picked up. Let's put him on the trade block too. Might as well. Probably not going to re-sign him. He's 2.5-star defenseman. He's not bad, but we got other guys coming. Luke Martin's doing okay. Hudson Ilya, 25 points in 49 games. Playing okay. Good. Going to keep him. Isaac Radcliffe, 23 points through 54 games. Not bad numbers. 6'5". We're going to hold on to him too, I think. Just some other guys coming around. Dylan Dubé, 32 points, 52 games. Lennon Ferraro we picked up just to have another guy on the bench. We'll just put him on the trade block, see if we get any offers. Matthew Phillips is a 5'8" centerman, played 51 games, only has 9 points, 22 years old. We'll put him on the trade block too, because why not? If we can get some pieces back, that would be okay. Joey Anderson's hurt, only played in 19 games, but I like kind of the way how he was going. 24-year-old Cooper Moody, 39 points. 13 games. Okay, we'll put him on the trade block too. Why not? We put guys on the trade block, we might get some response back. So we're doing pretty terribly. Taking a look at the AHL, though, and our Greensboro Generals, they're currently first in the Atlantic Division at 35 wins, 18 losses, and 2 overtime losses for 72 points. So that's great. Our AHL team's actually kicking some butt. We have some guys on here who are little bits of projects. We drafted fairly young, so hey, that's all right. And we'll see what happens if we just take a quick look at their stats. Take a look at the training stuff here. Okay, good. Stats summary, we can see. So Henry Jokiharu, who played in Vancouver last year, he had 31 points. He's playing in the AHL this year, getting a little better. 38 points in 55 games. Noah Gregoire, 37 points in 55 games. A lot of even scoring all the way across, so that's great. You can see lots of guys scoring. Logan Stanley, defensive project. 15 points in 47 games. Not bad. These are guys who could end up being on our defense next year, for instance, if we need extra guys. But we'll be in a position where we can maybe make a play for some free agents. Also, looking at the ECHL and our Atlantic City Boardwalk Bullies team, we can see some guys have been lighting it up. And we don't have that many guys in the ECHL on contracts. There's one right there. Martin Vesely has 15 points in 46 games, down to 1.5 star. Disappointing, but he's coming along. I believe we have a couple other guys probably on the reserve list. But the Boardwalk Bullies are leading the South Division with 35 wins and 14 losses, 7 overtime losses for 77 points through 56 games. So they're playing well as well. So at least we're having and seeing some success from our minor leagues teams, which is great. Just curious what they're playing. Torpedo Attack and Neutral Zone Trap. Greensboro Generals are playing Ultra Conservative Ultimate and Neutral Zone Trap. We are playing the Torpedo Attack in the 2-3 system. Their tactics, I tried bouncing around the tactics. Nothing's really worked so far. We're still looking for what's going to be best for us. You can see our lineup here is kind of all over the place. I mean, you look at the lines and think, those are actually pretty decent lines, but they just haven't quite clicked yet. We seem to be missing something, and I'm just not sure what it is yet. So, playing this game versus Edmonton, we'll just sim right through it. And, we get a win. 3-2 win. Connor Helbig gives up only 2 saves. And Sergei Brabowski, who's now in Edmonton, takes a loss. So, Marchation scores, Howden scores to put us up 2-0. Give up a goal, but then Isaac Ratcliffe scores. And we take a 3-1 lead, hold on to it throughout the third period, give up 1 goal, but hey, that's a pretty solid win for us. I really don't think we can complain too much about that at all. And again, we are in 2021, so a lot of things have changed. I guess I forgot to look at this. So we had our board confidence update. Our owner is very unhappy. He thinks we should be doing way better. January, again, we were 3-10-0, and he's a little bit unhappy about our work as general manager. Honestly, I don't know what else we could do, but we'll just kind of have to play it out and see how it goes. One of the other things I was going to do is look at the front office and look at upcoming free agents. So we can see Braden Point is becoming a free agent. Zach Wawrinski becoming a free agent. They'll be restricted free agents because of their age. But a guy like Kevin Shattenkirk, 32, probably not going to help us a whole lot. But we can see we have good scouting reports on just about everyone now. We're at A, B, C's. Just so we get a good idea. There are going to be some guys available, though. Is there anyone interesting on the trade block right now? Malcolm Subban leads it. Anders Lee is on there, but doesn't really look like anyone is really jumping off who we go, oh, we have to have them. Andrew Kopp, playing in the ECHL, has 70 points through 54 games. Do we need some more scouting in the ECHL? Looks like maybe we do. Alright, I'm gonna, we have time right now, so let's go to personnel. We're gonna hire a brand new scout. So we go to scouting and change to scout. We're gonna look by regions. We're gonna look for somebody who's in the US and Canada, so all of North America. So USA and Canada all. Who do we got here? Anyone good left? Okay, here we go. Steve Casper, hire. What's $50,000 for 4 years? Great. Signed. So to assign a scout, go to scout. We want to find Casper. Let's just search this by names. And Casper is right there. He has no assignments. So we're going to assign him a job. If we want to permanent, so we can set it on permanent, he can report back, say every 4 weeks. And we are just going to assign him to watch the ECHL. Okay. Do you have anybody else on permanent jobs? No. So let's find somebody else. We got lots of guys in Ontario. So let's assign Claude Lewis. We're going to take him off Ontario. We're going to assign him to the American Hockey League. He can report back every 2 weeks, and we're going to put his scouting on permanent. Scout for ability, scout for quality, scout for quantity. Okay. Just going to look at that one more time. Gonna switch his to quantity 2 right now because we only have the 2 guys. So there we go. So we signed somebody to the ECHL and somebody to the American Hockey League. Hopefully that just gives us a little bit. Find some guys maybe who are not being appreciated as well as they could be. Part of me thinks maybe I should add another 1 or 2 guys. What could we do? Maybe we could. Let's maybe look at that. So David Krejci's on waivers. Only 10 points in 40 games. What a downfall. All right. If we just look at our scouting. You know what? I'm going to take this Richard Farrell, and we're going to add him to the AHL. Or what's he? Oh, he's supposed to be in the rest of the world. I take it back. Let's leave him alone then. You know what? Looking at everybody here, let's find some more guys. So let's go to personnel, free agents. We have lots left in our scouting budget. So let's grab John Cristiano and Lawrence Gilman. Okay, go back to scouting tab. We're going to assign Cristiano to the East Coast Hockey League. Permanent. He can report back again every, let's go 2 weeks. We'll scout for potential and quantity. Okay. And Gilman, we'll put him in the AHL. Potential and quantity. Permanent. Report back again every 4 weeks. 2 weeks. Change my mind. Okay, so if we check, we should have 4 guys now on permanent duration, so that's good. And we will continue till tomorrow. Beef up our scouting a little more, never a bad thing. Excellent. And Matthias Ekholm got hurt. He's getting ready to resume skating. That's good for us. We're doing okay. It would just be nice if a couple more guys, stood up and did a little more. Got going a little more. So trade between New York and Toronto. Ethan Manderville playing the rights. He's playing in the National League. All right. For Radko Gunas. All right. Interesting trade. So how did he become there? Drafted 131st overall in 2018 and then just signed. Didn't get signed, so he went over to play with H.C. Luago. All right. Game versus Vancouver and Calgary. Vancouver is 10th. Calgary is just ahead of us. So let's put in Subban for this game. Continue playing against Calvin Pickard. And we lose, giving up 4 goals, only scoring 1. That stinks. And we were up 1-0 and then gave up 4 straight goals, including 3 in the third period. Defensive lapse. Jonathan Toews, who's playing with the Islanders. How did he get to the Islanders? History. Wow. July 1st, 2018. Jordan Eberle is traded for Jonathan Toews. And of course, we have Jordan Eberle now. Right. Became a free agent, went to Toronto, and then we picked him up. Alright then. Interesting. Game versus Calgary. Connor Hellebuyck can start. Someone out, and we win again. Alright, 5-2 win. Solid. Kyle Connor scores. Paladin scores. Take Thompson scores. Marchation scored on the power play. Kyle Connor scores again. Kyle Connor just keeps putting up the points. But we just lose Jacob Silverberg for 3 days. Okay. Well, hopefully he's back for our next game, so I don't have to worry too long. Jacob Larson gets hurt for 4 months due to massive eye trauma. Ouch. Okay, so Silverberg's still out, so that means Philip Shupelik is back in. We're going to put him on the trade block too. See if we get any offers. So Silverberg, we're just going to flip. put him in. Not going to worry about the line. Game versus Toronto. Leave Hellebuck in. Playing against a goalie who's on the longest hot streak he can be on, and we lose 4-3. Not a bad loss then. So what happened? Teg Thompson scored. All right. We're up 1-0 through the first. Go down 2-1 in the second. 3-1, 3-2. Rasmus Dahlin makes it 3-2, but we give up 2 more goals. Oh, sorry, 1 more goal. Matthew Phillips, Kyle Connor, assists. Okay, we tried to get back in it, but just couldn't. And so we see another... Okay, Silverberg is back. Montreal and Los Angeles make a deal. Victor Meat goes to LA, and they bring Tyler Toffoli in. Interesting move, Montreal. And I would imagine some Montreal fans are very upset seeing that. And yet wouldn't be surprised. Montreal trading away a young defenseman? Another trade deal here. Casey Cizikas is traded to Toronto for the rights to David Egner? 19-year-old half-star guy. Not scouted, but doesn't exactly inspire confidence by the looks of it. Okay, game versus Carolina. 68 points on the year. And then LA. LA is one of our top teams. We will leave and play this game, sim it out, and we lose again 3-1. Scott Darling beats us up, and basically nothing happened until the third period, and then we were down, well, 14 seconds to give up a goal. And go down 2-0 game. 8 minutes in, Cal Foote gets one. But we just can't turn around, give a power play goal. Disappointing. Disappointing. Another trade between New York and Toronto. Dylan Cousins playing in the WHL. 1.5 star, 2.5 star potential. 86 points in 55 games with Lethbridge. Not bad at all. Goes to the... Or New York gives him up for Michael Stone. Third round pick was this guy. Dylan Cousins. Interesting move. Okay, we're now to the 12th. Let's just take a look at the trade block, see if anyone else has shown up yet. And no one of interest yet has shown up, other than guys we put up. Which maybe isn't a bad thing if we're offering the best guys, I guess. Hopefully we'll get some offers. Got LA here. We had Hellebuck in. We'll put Subban in for this one. And sim the game end. We lose 5-1. Man, we cannot catch a break. Down 2-1 after the first period. And just nothing goes right after that. So some more guys popping up on waivers. There was a 1-star goalie in the NHL. That seems interesting. And you can see a trade. Anthony Stolarz goes to St. Louis along with the rights to Yevgeny Zotov for Lucas Fitzpatrick and Vince Dunn. Minor move. And Nick Baptiste is on waivers. 44 points through 61 games in the AHL. Not bad, but man, I kind of wish he was not 1.5 stars. Again, we still don't have him scouted just because it's been so long. We'll look at maybe adding some more scouts if we survive the season. And Casey Middlestat scores 3-0. Games. How's he doing this year? He's got 40 points through 60 games. Not bad at all. And unsurprisingly, Baptiste got claimed. So game versus St. Louis and Nashville. St. Louis, 73 points. And Nashville's the top team in our league, so this should be terrible. We're going to play Hellebuck and nets him the game out, and we lose in overtime. 2-1 loss. 19,000 people came out. We scored with 18:43 left to tie her up. Not bad. But lose minute 31 into overtime. And we have gained 5 points this month. That's pretty disappointing, to say the least. And a few more guys. Andre Mazeros on waivers and Jonathan Davidson. Don't have him scouted. 31 points and 51. Well, it's not. It's okay. It's nothing great. And Brock Nelson is traded to Columbus for Jeremy Waugh. Guess they needed some defensive help. And game versus Nashville tonight. Give it to Subban. Coming out, and we lose 2-1. Poor Subban, just not getting the goal support. And, oh no, Kyle Connor is injured. Which reminds me, I need to get Silverberg back in. Well, if Kyle Connor's injured, we'll just scratch him and put Silverberg in for now. And we get a trade proposal from the New York Islanders. Finally, a trade proposal. Matt Barzal, and Jonathan Taves. Interesting. Go to the Red Wings for Anthony Mantha and a 7th-round pick. Now, if that's not clearing cap space, I don't know what is. Mantha has 40 points through 62 games. Taves has 27. Barzal has 25. Not exactly lighting it up, but I'd imagine Taves' cap space is just eating them up. Baseball Fan 590, how's it going? It's going okay. I mean, we're not doing very well in our stream, but otherwise things are going okay. Thanks for coming out. So our trade proposal. The New York Islanders want to send us Michael Delacole for the 24-year-old Cooper Moody. So basically a 2.5-star guy for a 1.5-star guy right now, hoping to move up. But we only have him scouted at level C, so he could actually be less than that. Playing the NHL, he's got 18 points, 1 game. He hasn't really been getting used. That's interesting too. I think we're just going to hold on to that. We're not going to respond. We don't need to respond. We can just move on from that from right now. I just need to make note of something really quick. As soon as I can find my pen. Let's see. So trade between Dallas and Chicago. 7th round pick for Jacob Kovar. Man, all these goalies getting traded, and you think somebody would want Subban. But maybe we'll have to make an offer to try and trade Subban to somebody. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at trade offers. See if anybody needs a goaltender. Dallas Stars need a goaltender. Big shock and surprise there. So does Dallas have anything that they might give us? Take even the rights to somebody. Let's see. Star players. Jake Oettinger would be interesting. I wonder if they would deal him. Just ask. What's the worst that happens, right? So we offer them Subban. What if we show him Zukov? Doesn't seem to change their mind. Okay. Don't have the rights to anybody. Let's just offer it straight up. We'll offer Malcolm Subban for Jake Oettinger. Let's just see what they say. The offer is 2 week. Okay, so we're close enough to the trade deadline. They will give us answers fairly quickly. Add Landon Ferraro. And that would put us below the cap floor. A lot of guys on expiring contracts. Well-balanced offer if we add him. What if we ask for a 7th round pick back? Okay, still 2 week offer it. Oh, and they're like, it's interesting. Interesting. Just don't quite want to do that, huh? Okay, Oscar back. He's only got 13 points. They do that? No. Okay. We'll go back out. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to just take Subban and we will shop him around, see if we get any interesting offers from that. And we only get 3 offers. Buffalo is willing to offer 23-year-old Jacob Bryson Now we're going to reject that. Josh Lavayo, we're going to reject that as well. 24-year-old defenseman Connor Hobbs, we're going to reject that as well. And so we'll play this game versus St. Louis. And I forgot to redo my lines when we took Kyle Connor out. Alright. Hellbeck's in, and we lose 6-3. What? Diet Carb, thanks for coming out. And so we were up 1-0 and then gave up 4 straight goals in the second period. Scored to get back within 2, give up 2 more, scored just under 5 minutes left. Yeah, that seems about right for how this season's going. Every time we try to do something good, something else goes wrong. That about sums up our season. Matthias Ekholm comes back soon. Great. Kyle Connor could come back, but we're going to leave him until he is absolutely healthy. And Shattenkirk just re-ups with the Rangers, so that's good. Means we don't overpay for something foolish like him. And we are quickly approaching the trade deadline. At this point, we might just sell some guys off for draft picks. Even though it might hurt us in the short term, long term. We're not going to be able to sign everybody anyways. So the trade deadline is on February 26th. Just trying to see if there's anyone who we should absolutely be grabbing. Not really. I mean, yeah, not really. Not that I was exactly expecting anyone to be there, but you never know. And we have a trade proposal from Colorado. Colorado would like Landon Ferraro and was willing to give us Thomas Val, 4.5 potential. We don't have him scouted. Where was he drafted? He was a second-round pick. He's gone up and down a lot. Okay, we are going to make that trade. We don't really need Landon Ferraro. If this guy could be anywhere near what his potential says he could be, that would be a huge win for us. Our quick scout says 4 stars. I'm not sure I believe that either. Since he is only a half star, I'm going to send him actually down to the ECHL. Because I want him to have as much ice time as possible. And I'm hoping he will down there. I like that deal. So we're currently exactly at the roster floor minimum. We can fix that a little bit by moving Matthias Ekholm to our active roster, and that pushes us back up significantly. We also don't have any extra forwards up at this point. Ekholm is back healthy, so who's he coming in for defense of? Gunnarsson, I guess, huh? Replace with Ekholm. balance the lines a bit. And continue till tomorrow. Guess we still didn't put Kyle Connor, but he's not completely healthy yet. Although there'll probably be a message now saying he is healthy. Because that's usually about how that works. Detroit and Columbus make a deal. Dylan Larkin, wow, goes to Columbus along with Matt Zuccarello for Max Pacioretty and a 5th round pick. That's interesting. And of course, as expected, Kyle Connor is back. So that means we're going to take Chapelek out, I guess. Put Kyle Connor in. Esselinen, only 16 points. Only got 3 goals. That's disappointing for him. Matthew Phillips has 9 or 12 points. What does Chapelek has? 6 points. Yeah, a lot of guys just not doing a great job getting us points. So Kyle Connor comes back, slots up on that first pairing. He is having a good year. Game versus Chicago. Played out. Hellebuck's in net, and we lose 7-2. My goodness, Hellebuck. What in the world are you doing? Have you decided to try and stop the puck? Would be kind of helpful every once in a while if you could stop a puck, because right now it feels like we might get fired. And I have never got fired on a stream yet. But we're definitely inching towards that. Trade between Columbus and Colorado. Cole Castles moves for the rights to Nikolai Kristiansen and Mike Corbin, playing in the BCHL. Interesting. Okay, we're just about at the trade deadline. I might actually have to go sign a free agent right now. In fact, I think I probably will. I'll go overpay a free agent to be here for 1 year. The reason why I need to do this is because of our salary cap situation, to help facilitate some movement. So who are we going to bring in? Alright, let's sign Bo Bennett to a deal. I do not want him for as much as he wants, so we're going to sign him to a $2 million contract for this year. And he's okay with that. He signs immediately. I'm so happy somebody wants me. And that just gives us a little more cap room. You can see down here we're now just shy of $59 million. Which will help facilitate us making a few moves. And he's a free agent at the end of the year, so it's really costing us next to nothing. He can come sit on the bench for basically a month. Dustin Byfuglien is on waivers. Oh wow, he's fallen all the way to 1.5 stars. He's actually been playing on the Moose at this point. Wow. Alright. So it is officially the trade deadline. Bo Bennett wants number 8. He cannot have number 8. He can have number 85 though. And he's unhappy he didn't get number 8. Well, that's too bad. Bo Bennett. Alright, so upcoming free agents. How does nobody want Malcolm Subban? Just going to shop him around. We still get 3 offers. Tobias Ryder, no. Just Levayo, no. Arizona, Matt Marchation, no. Okay, you know what? Is Dallas still looking for a goalie? It says defense now. All right. Okay, Buffalo's looking for a goalie. Buffalo doesn't really have anyone amazing up and coming. But let's see if we can grab this. Maybe this. Race to the Swedish goalie. And we offer them Subban. And they toss in a 5th round pick. Hardly likely they'll accept it. No, but they won't. Okay, what if we just after... What after we go after a 5th and a 7th round pick? This offer is far too weak. A 5th rounder is too much for Malcolm Subban. I guess his rights are expiring. As for a 6th and a 7th. Won't do it. How about for a 7th next year then? Okay, only a 6th round. Can you give me the rights to somebody? Who's your lowest rights player? Bruno Ayet. Would they do that? They will do that. Okay, good. Just gives us a little bit another commodity. Finalize that trade. All right, we have gotten rid of Malcolm Subban. That's okay. We're going to go down to Greensboro. Who's coming up? Okay, we are going to bring up Philip Gustafsson again. All right. So who else we got here? Okay, someone's got to use a defenseman. Okay, who's somebody who's not great? San Jose. Oh. Let me see in the other conference. Ottawa, Boston, Washington, New York. Okay, the Islanders need a defenseman. Perfect. Let's offer them Gunnarsson. And for him, all we want is a 3rd round pick. The offer is 2 week. All right, all right. How about a 5th round pick? And a 7th. Still 2 week. All right. How about the 5th round pick? And we ask for the rights to a defenseman. Our offer is interesting but far too weak. So we don't have a 5th round pick this next year. What if we just offer them straight up for a 5th round pick? It's interesting but not quite good enough. Okay. Did we have another defenseman on the waiver? Who we were trying to move? Doesn't look like it. Okay, here we go. All right. A little 4th rounder next year. It's interesting, but we need to increase it a little. Okay, there we go. So we give up the 6th rounder we just got from Buffalo, but we gain a 4th rounder next year and move up to a 5th round, gain a 5th rounder back next year, or this next year. I like that. So we finalize that trade. And we dump 2 more contracts. Kind of a break-even proposition for us. So upcoming free agents still. Cooper Moody. We're not going to re-sign him. Let's just shop him around. We have 3 shops. We get 0 offers for Cooper Moody. Somebody's going to want a right winger, though, like that. Although right now, apparently, all I see is left wingers. Alright, centers play. No, we don't want centers players. Offer a 3rd round pick for him. No, won't do it. Alright. Okay, how about a 4th round pick? They will do it for a 4th round pick. I'm just going to try and squeeze a little more, so ask for a 7th. No, just won't quite do it. What about a 7th in 2 years? No, okay. We could probably get a 5th and a 7th. But I would rather have the 4 right now. Finalize that trade then. Excellent. Just going back. Okay, can't find what I was looking for. Okay. Do we want to get rid of anybody else? What do we have left for contracts now? Down to 41 guys under contract. I wonder if I could get anything decent for Philip Chipuluk. He's not playing for us. Of course, as soon as I trade him, somebody will probably go down injured. But I think it might be worth exploring. So, someone who's looking for a right winger or a center. You know, there's no one looking for right wingers, but I do know some centers. Okay, so Columbus. Columbus, Philly. Washington. Columbus, Philly. Washington is the lowest ranked team. Let's try and move him to Washington then. Washington's freaking out, saying they can't add that much. They're looking to dump TJ Oshie. But TJ Oshie has no trade clause. Okay, it doesn't look like this is going to work, so let's look at... Columbus is actually above its budget, so I don't think they're going to be willing to talk deal either, but we'll just make an inquiry. Yeah, okay. So who is the other one? Columbus, Washington, Philly was the other one. Philly does have the payroll room to add him. Excuse me. Do you have anybody of interest to us? Doesn't really look like it. I'd rather draft our own guys anyways. Could we sneak out a second round pick? We would be below the salary cap floor. Do they have anybody on the trade block? They do not. Okay, well here's what we'll do then. We'll go to free agency and we will go sign Justin Falk to a 1-year deal. For $2.2 million, and he'll sign, and we'll go back to Philadelphia and say, Philly, let's talk about him again. He just hasn't worked out for what we're wanting. Interesting offer, but we need to increase it a little. Okay, we'll offer them Bo Bennett, who we just signed, but we would be under the salary cap floor if we did that, because of course we would. Dun, dun, dun. Wow. I don't know who else we could add. Derek Gentile had 53 points with Ontario. He's only played 20 games this year. He's still hurt for a while yet, so I don't want to give up on him quite yet. Okay, if we offer them a second round pick to get their second round pick, what if I give up a 7th rounder? Oh, they will probably do it if we just add a 7th rounder. Would they throw in a late 7th rounder? No. Okay. So we get rid of him and we gain a 2nd round pick. I'm okay with that. Finalize the trade. Done. Alright. Falk signed. We make another trade. So we clean up and add some roster room. Gain essentially 2 more spots. Look at our depth charts. Now we have a 1st, 2 seconds, a 3rd, a 4th, a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th round pick. So we're still ahead in picks. We don't have a 3rd rounder next year, but I don't see that being an issue at this time. So I think that's probably where we're going to stand at for the end of the trade deadline. So not enough players to create a lineup. Why not? Oops, probably missing a goalie. And we traded away a forward, didn't we? So who's coming up from Greensboro? All right, Noah Gregoire, you went from the SPHL, and you're making your NHL debut. Let's see what you can do, kid. SPHL a year ago, too. NHL. Love it. Good story. Gustafsson has 5 fires too. Oh, that reminds me. Greensboro roster. Okay, so they called up their goalie already. Awesome. Which means hopefully we see that Maxim Zukov is back on Atlanta. Alright, like it. Two games played, already has an assist. Awesome. You know what? We called him up. Let's put Gustafsson in. He's got 5 flames. Send the game out, and we lose in overtime. All right. 2-1 loss. But you take as you go. Kyle Connor picks up another goal. Oh. Didn't get as much as I wanted for... excuse me. For Malcolm Subban, but you know what? He's kind of floundering behind us. We're not going to use him. We'll look to pick somebody up unless Gustafsson makes a big jump here. We'll also watch the waiver wire in case anyone shows up who's of interest to us. Players need to be assigned numbers. Justin Falk wants 41, but it's already being worn. He's going to have number 75, and he's okay with it. Noah Gregor wants 22. Good. More trades. Dion Phaneuf is on the move again. Out of Boston. Ottawa to the Rangers to Boston. William Nylander is traded to Carolina, along with Tyler Bozak. Interesting move. The Leafs were very busy making a bunch of moves, apparently. Alright. Game versus Winnipeg. Yeah. Put Hellebuck in net. And sim it out, and we lose 3-0. We only get 11 shots on net. What is going on there? It's a new month, which means we'll get told we're even closer to being fired. So, what I'm going to do is make a few more offers. We will just take a quick look at responses here. Lightning Nikita Kucherov and Carey Price is best goalie of the month. Bo Bennett has dropped, unsurprising. He's basically here just as a showpiece. Thomas Vail got better. Awesome. Awesome. Guys going up. And we grabbed Nick Suzuki, and he's got 3 points. Disappointing. Oh, Cal Foote has moved up to 2.5 stars mid-season. All right, good job, Cal Foote. Okay, upcoming free agents. How much money does he want? He wants $1 million. Okay. Isaac Ratcliffe. How much does he want? 2.59. Oh boy, you guys are making it tough for me to re-sign you. That is for sure. Alright, I'm going to have to give some of these some thought. I would like to offer him a two-way contract, though, and we'll offer him $75,000 to be in the minors. He is a prospect. That's a response. Okay. I'm gonna have to give those some thought. That's a lot of money. Okay, game versus Ottawa here. Just look at our owner confidence. Ooh, things are getting scary. I mean, we only got 6 points in the month of February. Put Gustafsson in. He's on fire. Why not? And we lose 6-1. He gives up 4 goals on 10 shots. 4 goals in the first period, then probably got pulled. We score 1 goal 16 minutes into the third period, and then give up 1 with 15 seconds left. Yep. And that about is where we should probably end it. We are now just about getting ready to get fired. So, hopefully I will be able to turn it around slightly. The next time I will be back with this series, it'll probably headed towards the draft, assuming we don't get fired. If we do, well, then I guess we'll go from there. But thank you very much for tuning in to another Franchise Hockey Manager 4 stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments, although we do occasional other streams like this. To know when we do streams like this, make sure you follow us on Twitter, which is @FranchiseHockey. As well, you can join our Discord, which will send you an alert. Our Discord link is on our Twitter page in the Twitter profile. Or you can send us a message on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/FranchiseHockeyManager, and I will send you an invite from there as well. If you want to talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, MLB Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, or anything else, come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, and that will take you to our official forums, where you can talk about all of our games or anything else you want. So, with that, thank you very much for tuning in.